Jesus said, "Blessed are you when people insult you, persecute you, and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me. Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven. For in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you." While we all experience suffering in our lives, Jesus suggests that particular difficulties will come to those who follow his way of life, a way of trust, lament, humility, justice, compassion, right motive, peacemaking, and surrender. If you had to summarize the path he lived and taught, you could say it was a way of radical love. If you follow love far enough, you will be misunderstood, you will be made fun of, you will be falsely accused and mistreated. Radical love might cost you your life, as it cost Jesus his life. The earliest followers of Jesus believed that his crucifixion was not the end, that he lived beyond death, and they took his invitation to self-denial quite literally. 11 out of 12 of his first disciples were stabbed, stoned, beaten, or executed because of their faith in Jesus as the one who makes and teaches the way of eternal life and love. In many places across the world, people are still being killed today because of their countercultural embrace of the way of love. At the end of the Beatitudes, we come to this counterintuitive paradox. Life comes through death. In order to save your life, you have to lose it. The illusion that keeps us from living heroically is that death is the end. Philosophers and psychologists speculate that fear of death is what ultimately drives most of our behaviors. This beat dares us to believe that death is not the end. Hold out your arms in a posture of crucifixion and consider these questions. How would you live if you weren't afraid to die? What is worth giving your life for? What might it look like for you to live fearlessly? When you have something worth dying for, that means more to you than any resistance or persecution you might face. That's something to rejoice about. In each moment that we seek radical love, we join the lineage of those who have gone before us, who have lived from the hope that love is greater than fear and that death is not the end. Blessed are you when people insult you, persecute you, and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me. Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven. For in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you. So today we live fearlessly. We have hope that death is not the end. We follow the way of radical love.